Hey everyone, it's Canadian Turtle. I'm here giving you guys my thoughts on one of my most favorite movies of all time, and that is Spider-Man, released in 2002, directed by Sam Raimi. And man, I saw this film. I saw this film like when it came out on VHS back in the day. I was only a kid back then. It's hard to believe it's been so long. And as a kid, for those who don't know, I was a huge Spider-Man fan. I loved the game that released for the Sony PlayStation, and I loved all the Spider-Man TV shows that came out. I watched them countless times. So back when I was a kid, when I went to my neighbor's house to chill one day, I saw them watching this film, and I watched it with them, and I was just so immersed into the film, and I loved it. Like I only got to watch the ending with them, but they let me borrow the film, and I went home and watched it over and over again. I watched the living hell out of it. I can't remember how many times I've seen this film, and that was when I was a kid. But just recently, I decided to go back down memory lane, and I gave this film another go, because for some reason I was just craving to see it again. And now that I'm older and I can give better insight on the film, I must say that this is a masterpiece. I love this film 10 times more because now I understand things that maybe I couldn't understand as a kid. And let me tell you, the director Sam Raimi, he is one directorial genius of a man. The director for this film really shows that he's a true Spider-Man fan and that he knows the series very, very well. I honestly don't think any other director could have done it better, because you really have to be passionate about something to make it this good. And believe me, this movie is one of the greatest fan service ever made in Spider-Man history. The actors were so fitting. Like Tobey Maguire was amazing as Peter Parker. He really made a name for himself. Tobey was so good in it. Whenever people see him in a movie, they remember him as Spider-Man. Like, hey, that's the guy who played Spider-Man. And like everyone loved him. Like he was just a really likable character. Everyone loved him, and so was the rest of the cast. Like Mary Jane, J. Jonah Jameson, Green Goblin, Aunt May. Like the actors just fit their roles so perfectly, and the movie was very true to the comics and its fans, and the story was amazing, of course. And I love how there's all these little things where you can only notice if you're a Spider-Man fan. Like if you watch the cartoons and read the comics, like you're gonna get those little things, and it just kept you on your toes. And there was not one part of the film where I was bored. I have to admit, like some of the love lines between Peter and MJ were kind of cheesy. Like the conversations they had were kind of cheesy, but that's a very minor problem though. Like it's no big deal. But everything else was outstanding, especially his costume. They did a really good job at making the costume look great. I actually think it looks better in the movie than it does in the comics. And the story, everyone knows, is Peter Parker, the guy who gets picked on by the bullies. He's a big science nerd, and one day his class and him go to like a biology science lab, and Peter was accidentally bitten by a biologically enhanced spider. And in the comics, he was bitten by a radioactive spider, but in this case, he got his powers from a genetically enhanced spider, but or something like that. But still, very true to the comics. And he gets his spider-like superhuman powers, like super agility and strength. At first, like, he used his powers for his own sake. Like he used his powers to earn money to buy a car for the girl of his dreams, but he didn't use his powers for actual crimes like stopping a robbery, like when he should have, and that cost him dearly. Like in fact, it cost him the life of his beloved Uncle Ben, and that's where he learns the meaning of the quote: "With great power comes great responsibility," and he vows to use his extraordinary powers to helping the innocent and people around him and the people that he loves, and not for his own sake. And over the course of the story, he fights the Green Goblin, and the whole movie's action and fight scenes were so much fun to watch. They look like something that came straight out of the comics. And the music, oh man, the music was just so haunting and beautiful. Like the composer did a fine job. Like the music was becomes very familiar and second nature to you after a while. It's very appealing, and I thought it was really fitting, and it's still playing in my head for some reason. I just love it. And in the scenes where Spider-Man is swinging through the city, it just looks so spectacular. It's like, wow, that looks so much fun to do. And like those scenes were so dynamic and well done that it made you wish you had those web swinging powers. And in conclusion, like this movie is just near perfection. Like if you're a Spider-Man fan, or if you remotely like Spider-Man, this movie was made for you. And even if you're not a Spider-Man fan, this is still worth watching either way. This is actually one of my top 10 most favorite movies of all time. And the trailer for the Amazing Spider-Man reboot just made its way on the internet recently. For those who are living under a rock, the series is being rebooted to its core, and it's in the hands of a different director now. His name is Mark Webb. If you haven't seen the new trailer for the Spider-Man reboot, check it out. It's pretty cool, I guess. Tell me what you guys think of it, though. And please tell me what you guys thought of this movie when you guys first saw it. And I'd love to know, you know. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll have more reviews up, and have a good day.